Hey y'all, how you doing? I'm good in 3/4. So I'm sure there's going to probably be some wind noise. I don't have a fuzzy microphone to use, and we're in West Texas, lots of wind. So it's died down pretty much for the most part, but there's still some gusts. Anyways, so I've been getting questions about how we deal with the unmentionables and such, because RV life is not just all fun and games driving around from place to place. You have to deal with the things that come out that you have to rinse, and flush. So today we're going to learn how to do that. So we're in our wet bay, and this has all of our stuff for our intake for water, and our electricity comes in through here. Everything comes in through the bottom or comes out. So on this side, we have our black tank and our gray tank. The black tank is the side for where the toilet empties, basically. And the gray tank is where your sinks and your showers and such are emptied into. And it's bright out here, so I'm going to put my sunglasses back on. So you have to deal with these types of things when you're out RVing, and they're not exactly pleasant. But as you see, we have our hose that comes out and goes down to a drain, and we aren't currently at a park right now. We're still at my family's house, but we've started to have a smell or odor in the motorhome, so it's time. My gauges don't work that tell me how full or empty the tanks are, so they always just read full. So we know that every 4 to 5 days, maybe 6 or 7 days, we have to empty the tanks. So that's what I'm doing today. So I'm gonna bring you guys along for the adventure. So first, what you want to make sure that you have is a couple things for safety. You want gloves. Now I have orange gloves. These gloves here, these GloveWorks gloves, they're really nice. They're super thick, and they have this material like texture to them that helps you grip things, and they've never failed since I've been using them. But since we're already hooked up and the hose is already to the drain, I don't feel that I need those, and those are super expensive gloves, so I don't want to overuse them. So the other thing that you want to have is some glasses, so you don't get any possible splashback. There shouldn't be any liquids that you come in contact with if everything is set up correctly, but you never know, so you just want to make sure you're safe and such. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to empty the black side, and then you want to empty the gray side. And the reason why you do that is the black side, again, comes from the toilet, the throne, and once you get finished with that going through the piping, you want to open up the gray side so that all the soapy water washes everything out of the tube. So to do that, it's pretty simple. You literally just grab your handle and pull it, and then it comes out of that tube, goes down, and I'm not going to show you what the other end looks like, but you always want to make sure you walk over, take a look, and before you start this, you want to make sure that your end of your tube is secured into the drain. If not, you can have a mess to clean up, and I haven't had to deal with that yet. I don't want to deal with that, so I always make sure that tube is secured in the ground. That's why you saw the little rocks sitting on top of it. This doesn't have any threads to screw into, because again, it's just at my family's house. So yeah, whenever you're sitting, another tip, whenever you're sitting somewhere for a while, you want to make sure that you do not leave your black tank open. And the reason for that is You want some liquids to stay in the tank to keep everything moving. Otherwise, you could end up with what people call a pyramid or a mountain of solids, and it's not like you can get into these tanks easily. You have to open up stuff and pull stuff apart, and no bueno, not happening. So yeah, no good. So make sure that you leave your black tank closed when you're sitting. And I always leave our gray tank closed too, even if we're stopped and we're hooked up or whatnot. That way when I do empty the black tank, I have that nice soapy water to go down the tube afterwards. So it usually takes a little bit for the tanks to empty. It's been about 4 days for us this time, so it's almost empty. And then I'll do the gray tank. So with the black tank finished, I don't hear anything else. I just close the valve, and then I open up the gray side. And again, that lets all the soapy water run through the tube, and that I'll show you because it's not gross. Again, so it's just all soapy water and little bits of food that went down the sink, or hair from when you shaved in the bathroom, brushed your teeth, things of that nature. So RV living, RV life is not always glamorous. Sometimes you have to do the dirty jobs, and so I wanted to make sure that you guys got to enjoy that with me as well. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. Remember to comment, subscribe, like, and hit the little bell notification so that you get notified whenever we post new content. All right, love you guys. Bye.